Welcome back to the channel Rare Coins All World, fellow coin enthusiasts. Today, we're diving into a coin that might just be hiding in your collection or even in your change jar, the 2013 United States State Quarter. You might be thinking, 2013? That's not too far back. How valuable could a coin from that year be? Well, you're in for a treat because this particular coin has a lot more to offer than you might expect. While it may seem like just another coin in the long line of state quarters, the 2013 quarter has some unique features that make it a standout for collectors. Let's start by setting the stage. The 2013 state quarter is part of the America the Beautiful Quarter program, which started in 2010 to honor national parks and sites all over the United States. Each year, a new set of quarters is released to commemorate a different landmark, and 2013 was no exception. The 2013 series honors four iconic locations: White Mountain National Forest in New Hampshire, Perry's Victory and International Peace Memorial in Ohio, Great Basin National Park in Nevada, and Fort McHenry National Monument and Historic Shrine in Maryland. Now, on the surface, these coins may appear like the other state quarters released before them. But what sets the 2013 state quarter apart is the rarity and the errors that have been discovered on certain coins from this series. As with all collectible coins, it's not just about the design or the year, it's about finding those rare, often hidden, features that make a coin truly valuable. One of the most exciting reasons the 2013 state quarter has caught the attention of collectors is due to the minting errors that have been found. Errors like the double die are extremely desirable in the coin collecting world. This occurs when the coin is struck twice by the same die, but with a slight misalignment. The result? A doubled image that can be seen in the date, letters, or other design elements. A double die error on a 2013 state quarter isn't just rare, it's a collector's dream. Then, there are the misaligned die errors, where the die is not perfectly centered when it strikes the coin. This causes the design to be off-center, sometimes leaving parts of the coin blank or with uneven details. Misaligned die coins are considered valuable because they are unique, often making them one-of-a-kind pieces in the world of coin collecting. Another key factor that plays into the value of this coin is condition. As with any collectible, the condition of the coin has a direct impact on its value. Coins that have been circulated tend to show signs of wear, which can significantly lower their worth. However, if you have a 2013 state quarter that is uncirculated, meaning it has never been used in everyday transactions, it can be much more valuable. A coin in pristine condition, free from scratches, discoloration, or wear, is much rarer and can fetch a much higher price. Now, let's talk about rarity. Even though the 2013 state quarters were produced in large numbers, coins with minting errors or those in flawless condition are hard to find. The rarity of these coins, combined with the fact that they are part of the America the Beautiful Quarter program, makes them highly sought after by collectors. It's not every day that you find a coin with such special characteristics or in perfect condition, which is why the value of these coins can skyrocket. So, how much could a 2013 state quarter be worth if you're lucky enough to find one with a minting error or in excellent condition? Are you ready for this? If you happen to come across a 2013 state quarter with one of those rare errors or in mint condition, you could be looking at a coin worth as much as $40,000. Yes, you heard it right, $40,000 for a single coin. This is the kind of find that every coin collector dreams of. So, the next time you're going through your change or sorting through your collection, take a closer look at your 2013 state quarters. Look for any signs of double die errors, misaligned dies, or just an unusually well-preserved coin. You might just have a rare treasure on your hands. Today, we're diving into a coin that might just be hiding in your collection or even in your pocket change, the 2014 United States State Quarter. You might be thinking, 2014? That's not too far back. How could a coin from just a few years ago be worth much more than face value? Well, you'd be surprised. This coin has a lot more going for it than you might think, and it's one that collectors are actively seeking. So sit tight and get ready for an exciting dive into the world of coin collecting. The 2014 State Quarter is part of the America the Beautiful Quarter program, which was introduced to celebrate the beauty and significance of national parks and sites across the U.S. Each year, new quarters are released to represent different landmarks, and the 2014 quarters featured parks from Hawaii, Pennsylvania, and Ohio. These coins pay tribute to historic and iconic places like Hawaii Volcanoes National Park, Shenandoah National Park, and Great Smoky Mountains National Park. At first glance, the 2014 state quarters might look like any other coin in circulation, but if you dig a little deeper, you'll realize that some of these coins contain special features that can make them highly valuable to collectors. Now, what could make a coin that seems so modern and common be worth so much more than its face value? The answer lies in rarity and minting errors. First, let's talk about minting errors, the accidental imperfections made during the coin's production. These errors can drastically increase the value of a coin because they make it unique, rare, and highly desirable to collectors. For the 2014 state quarter, a few minting errors have been discovered, and they could make your coin worth far more than 25 cents. One of the most sought-after errors for this year's quarter is the double die error. This happens when the die used to strike the coin is misaligned, causing the design to be doubled in certain areas, such as the letters, date, or even the images. If you find a 2014 state quarter with a double die error, you could be holding a coin that's worth significantly more than its face value. Double die coins are especially prized because they are so rare and strikingly different from a standard, perfectly minted coin. Another error to look out for is the misaligned die error. When a coin is struck off-center, the design can become distorted, leaving part of the coin blank or with an uneven appearance. These coins are also highly desirable because they are unique. A misaligned die error on a 2014 state quarter makes the coin stand out and gives it that rare, one-of-a-kind feel that collectors love. But it's not just minting errors that can make the 2014 quarter valuable, it's also the condition of the coin. As with any collectible item, coins that are in pristine, uncirculated condition are far more valuable than those that have been used in circulation. Coins that have never been touched by human hands or worn down by time are much rarer and can fetch much higher prices. So, if you happen to have an uncirculated 2014 state quarter, you could be holding on to something truly special. Now, let's talk about the rarity of these coins. Even though millions of 2014 state quarters were minted and released into circulation, only a small percentage of them have errors, and an even smaller percentage remain in mint condition. This rarity makes them highly sought after by collectors. The more unique and pristine a coin is, the more valuable it becomes. And, as the years go by, finding these rarities becomes harder and harder. The demand for these rare and error-ridden coins only increases, which drives up their value. So, how much is a 2014 state quarter worth if it has one of these rare features? If you're lucky enough to find a 2014 quarter with a minting error or in perfect condition, you could be holding onto a coin worth $44,000. Yes, you heard that correctly, $44,000 for a single quarter. It's hard to believe that a coin worth only 25 cents could have such a high price tag, but when it comes to rare and unique coins, anything is possible. So, next time you're going through your change or digging through your collection, make sure to check your 2014 state quarters carefully. You might just have a rare treasure on your hands. Today, we're going to explore a coin that's not only packed with history but might also hold a small fortune. If you've ever come across a 2015 state quarter, or maybe you've got one tucked away in your collection, this video could open your eyes to a hidden treasure. You may be asking yourself, what's so special about a 2015 state quarter? Well, hold on to your seats, because what we're about to dive into could completely change your perspective on this seemingly common coin. The 2015 United States state quarter is part of the America the Beautiful series, which celebrates the diverse natural beauty and national parks across the country. In 2015, the series highlighted some spectacular locations: Homestead National Monument in Nebraska, Kisatchie National Forest in Louisiana, Blue Ridge Parkway in North Carolina, and Rocky Mountain National Park in Colorado. Each coin in this series features an iconic scene from one of these breathtaking landmarks. On the surface, these coins may seem like just another addition to the state quarter collection, but when we dig deeper, you'll see why the 2015 quarter is so highly coveted by collectors. So, what makes these coins so special, and why are collectors willing to pay big bucks for them? Well, it comes down to rarity, errors, and condition, three factors that play a massive role in determining the value of a coin. Even though these coins were produced in large quantities, certain features set some 2015 quarters apart from the rest, and that's where the true value lies. Let's start with minting errors. When it comes to coins, even the smallest mistake during the production process can turn a regular coin into a valuable collector's item. For the 2015 state quarter, one of the most highly sought-after errors is the double die. This error occurs when the coin is struck twice by the same die, and the second strike is slightly misaligned. The result? A double design, which you can clearly see in certain letters, numbers, or elements of the image. A double die error can drastically increase the value of a 2015 state quarter because it's incredibly rare to find. Collectors who are into minting errors will pay a premium for a coin with this kind of defect, as it's an unmistakable sign of something truly unique, but that's not all. Another error to watch for on these coins is the misaligned die error. This happens when the die used to strike the coin is off-center. The result is a misprinted image where parts of the design are either missing or distorted. These off-center designs are often seen as highly interesting and desirable because they're so unique. If you manage to find a 2015 state quarter with this type of error, you could be holding on to something that could fetch a pretty penny, pun intended. Now, let's talk about condition. Like any collectible item, the condition of the coin plays a huge role in its value. Coins that have been well preserved and remain in uncirculated condition are much more valuable than those that have been through daily use. If you've got a 2015 state quarter that has been kept in perfect condition, free from wear and tear, it could be worth significantly more than a coin that has seen years of circulation. So, take a moment to inspect your quarters carefully, because an uncirculated coin in top condition is always going to be a collector's dream. Now, you might be wondering, what kind of value can these coins actually have? Well, if you happen to stumble upon a 2015 state quarter with a minting error like the double die or misaligned die, or one that's simply in pristine, uncirculated condition, you could be looking at a coin worth up to $39,000, yes, that's right, $39,000 for a 2015 state quarter. It's hard to believe that a coin with just 25 cents of face value could be worth such a staggering amount, but the world of rare coins is full of surprises. If you're a coin collector or even just someone who's casually interested in numismatics, these kinds of coins are exactly the kind of treasure hunt you should be on. So, next time you're flipping through your change or sifting through your coin collection, make sure you give those 2015 state quarters a second glance. Check for any minting errors, double-check the condition, and you might just have a rare find on your hands that could be worth far more than you imagined. Today, we're exploring a coin that may just be hiding in your collection or even tucked away in your pocket change, the 2016 United States State Quarter. You might be wondering, 2016? That's not so long ago. How could a quarter from just a few years back be worth more than its face value? Well, hold on tight, because you're about to find out just how special this coin can be. The 2016 State Quarter is part of the America the Beautiful Quarter program, which has been honoring the nation's national parks and historical sites since 2010. The 2016 release honors 4 unique and stunning locations: Cumberland Gap National Historical Park in Kentucky, Harriet Tubman Underground Railroad National Historical Park in Maryland, Shawnee National Forest in Illinois, and the National Park of American Samoa. These landmarks represent some of the most historically and culturally significant places in the United States. On the surface, these quarters might look like just another set of coins celebrating our nation's beauty. But don't be fooled, there's a lot more to these coins than meets the eye. So, what makes a 2016 state quarter something worth keeping an eye out for? It's the rarity, minting errors, and unique features that collectors are after. If you're a coin enthusiast or just starting out, these details could make your 2016 quarter a potentially lucrative find. First up, let's talk about minting errors, the little imperfections that can turn an ordinary coin into a collector's dream. Even though these coins were mass-produced, a minting error can significantly increase a coin's value. One of the most desirable errors that collectors look for on these 2016 state quarters is the double die error. This happens when the coin's design is struck twice by the same die, but the second strike is slightly off-center, resulting in a doubled image. The result is a distinct, sometimes noticeable, duplication of elements such as letters, numbers, or parts of the design. If you happen to find a 2016 state quarter with a double die error, you might be looking at a coin that's worth a whole lot more than 25 cents, but that's not the only type of error to watch out for. Another minting mistake that's highly sought after is the misaligned die error. This occurs when the die used to strike the coin is slightly off-center during the production process. The result is a coin where the design looks distorted, and part of the coin may be missing or imprinted incorrectly. These misaligned die coins are unique and prized by collectors, as they offer a glimpse into the unpredictability and imperfection of the minting process. If you find a 2016 state quarter with this error, it could be worth a pretty penny. Now, let's shift gears and talk about coin condition. As with any collectible, the condition of the coin plays a huge role in its value. A 2016 state quarter in uncirculated condition, meaning it's never been used in circulation and has been carefully stored, can be far more valuable than one that's been in and out of pockets for years. Coins that have been well preserved are much rarer and much more desirable to collectors, especially as time goes on and more of them get lost to wear and tear. So, if you happen to find a 2016 state quarter that's been stored carefully and remains in mint condition, you could be holding a small treasure. But here's the thing that makes 2016 state quarters particularly interesting. Despite the fact that millions of these quarters were minted, minting errors and unopened, pristine condition are still rare. The 2016 quarter has become a valuable coin among collectors precisely because of these unique characteristics. Some of these coins could easily slip through the cracks, unnoticed and forgotten, but if you know what to look for, you might just uncover a hidden gem.so. How much could a 2016 state quarter be worth if it has one of these rare errors or is in exceptional condition? Well, depending on the type of error or its grade, a 2016 state quarter could be worth up to $37,000. Yes, that's right, $37,000 for a quarter. It's hard to believe that a coin worth just 25 cents could have such a huge value, but in the world of rare coins, these things do happen. A 2016 state quarter in pristine, error-free condition could be a highly sought-after item, and collectors will be willing to pay top dollar for it. So, next time you're sorting through your change or going through your coin collection, take a close look at any 2016 state quarters you find. Check for minting errors, assess the condition, and you might just be holding onto a rare find that could make you a lot more than the price of a cup of coffee. Today, we're diving into a coin that might look ordinary at first glance but could actually be hiding a surprising amount of value. We're talking about the 2017 United States state quarter. Now, you might be wondering, a 2017 quarter? How could a coin from just a few years ago be worth so much? Well, hold on tight, because there's a lot more to this coin than meets the eye. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a casual coin enthusiast, this video will reveal why the 2017 state quarter might just be worth your attention and your investment. The 2017 United States state quarter is part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, which has been showcasing the country's stunning national parks and historic landmarks since 2010. In 2017, the U.S. Mint released 5 beautiful designs honoring places that celebrate the natural beauty and heritage of the United States. These designs featured the Effigy Mounds National Monument in Iowa, Frederick Douglass National Historic Site in Washington, D.C., Ozark National Scenic Riverways in Missouri, Ellis Island National Monument in New Jersey, and the George Rogers Clark National Historical Park in Indiana. But here's the twist. The value of the 2017 state quarter doesn't just lie in the design or the historical significance. Instead, it's the rarity, minting errors, and the condition of the coin that can skyrocket its worth. Now, let's break down what makes the 2017 state quarter so special, and why it could be worth a lot more than just 25 cents. First, let's talk about minting errors, the key to discovering whether you've got a rare coin on your hands. Minting errors are imperfections that happen during the production process, and they can make a coin extremely valuable. One of the most sought-after errors for collectors is the double die error. This occurs when a coin is struck twice by the same die, but the second strike is slightly misaligned. The result? A design that appears to be doubled or shifted in places. If you find a 2017 state quarter with this error, you've got a rare piece on your hands, and collectors would pay top dollar for it. Another minting error to watch out for is the misaligned die error. This happens when the die used to strike the coin is not perfectly centered, causing part of the design to be off-center. Misaligned die errors make for some really unique coins, as parts of the design might be missing or distorted. If you happen to find a 2017 state quarter with this error, you could be sitting on a valuable piece of coin history. Collectors are always on the lookout for these types of rare, one-of-a-kind coins, and you'd be surprised at how much they can be worth. Now, we can't forget about coin condition, which plays a huge role in determining value. Coins that are uncirculated, meaning they've never been used in transactions and have been carefully stored, are always more valuable than coins that have been circulated. So, if you find a 2017 state quarter in pristine condition, it's likely to be worth far more than one that's been passed around in pocket change. The condition of a coin is one of the first things collectors look at, and the more perfect the coin, the higher the price it will fetch. But here's the big question: how much could a 2017 state quarter actually be worth? Well, if your quarter features one of these rare minting errors or is in near-perfect, uncirculated condition, it could be worth as much as $33,000. Yes, that's right, $33,000 for a single quarter. While this may sound hard to believe, the world of rare coins is full of surprises, and the 2017 state quarter is one of those coins that could end up being worth far more than its face value. So, next time you come across a 2017 state quarter, take a closer look. Inspect it carefully for any errors, check its condition, and see if you've got a coin that could be worth a small fortune. You never know, you might just have a hidden gem in your pocket change. If you enjoyed this video and want to keep learning about rare and valuable coins, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update on the latest coin finds. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting.